rum and Coca-Cola.
Aloha, folks. Welcome back to Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. Happy New Year. We made it through 2020. The only proper way to start 2021 and a whole new year is with another guest. This guy helped lay the foundation for punk rock in Los Angeles in 1977. With his rockabilly-inspired licks, his trademark wide stance on stage, and his iconic style. He even used to wear a leather jacket that he painted silver, like some kind of futuristic punk rock space guy. Anyway, I would like to welcome, from the legendary punk rock band X, Mr. Billy Zoom.
Hi there.
See? That leather jacket, you painted it silver?
It was a gift.
Okay.
And it had been spray painted silver when I got it. And I quickly learned that a spray painted silver leather jacket gives you matching car seats and couches almost instantly.
Oh.
So, but it was too silvery to go back to black. So I buffed it a lot until there was nothing left on it, hardly.
Like Fonzie.
And I went to the shoe repair guy and I got the silver leather dye.
Oh, silver leather, but leather dye.
And that I would only have to retouch maybe every year or two.
Yeah. That was a weird thing, wearing a silver leather jacket, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. It was nice to have a jacket. My friends Bob and Candy gave it to me. Oh, it was probably 75.
So it's still glam.
They found it. They found it at some thrift store around Hollywood.
A silver jacket in glam world makes perfect sense.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
right. Oh, yeah, exactly. It was
back up.
definitely glam time, or just after glam time, so that it ended up in a
That's what
thrift
it
store.
is.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So it was like maybe like a New York Dolls kind of.
yeah, something like that, but probably not because it was in Hollywood.
But for you, it makes different sense. It's like this like spaceman thing. Goes with your name.
Well, yeah, I was doing rockabilly at the time.
Well, and you played with Gene Vincent, right?
That was way before that. That was 71, right before he died.
Oh, okay. That was kind of an era when rockabilly wasn't really taken seriously, right?
Correct.
And like Chuck Berry would do shows and they just kind of put anybody in his band. And
I think that was his fault. I think he did that on purpose. He would supposedly tell the band the wrong key and then start it.
no way.
He'd tell them A and start it B flat just to see if they'd catch up.
Steve Sost told me that
That's what Steve told me. That, yeah.
yeah. Guitar luthier Steve Sost told me a story one time about Dick Dale, and he used to play bass, I think, for Dick
Played
Dale.
bass with Dick Dale.
Yeah, and Dick Dale would always do all these covers and stuff. Steve was like, what is Dick doing with all these covers? Like, he's this legend.
Mm-hmm.
One night he went and saw Chuck Berry. Steve told Dick, you know how many Dick Dale songs Chuck Berry played? And he said that Dick lit up. How many songs? And he said none, because he's Chuck Berry. You're Dick Dale, you should play Dick Dale songs. Huh.
I had a girlfriend that was a waitress at the House of Pancakes, and Chuck Berry came in one night and she gave him a big pitch about how her boyfriend would be perfect for backing him up and have a great band, and gave him the phone number. And then the next day, phone rang and it was Chuck Berry. He wanted to talk to my girlfriend.
Well, Chuck. So you don't hardly do any interviews. Like there isn't a whole lot of content of you on YouTube talking to people.
Well, I like to talk, and I don't like people, and I don't like YouTube. And no, I don't know. I do them.
You've been interviewed by Dick Clark and by David Letterman.
Well, yeah, we did a bunch of Dick Clark shows. We did 3 bandstands, one of which was preempted for football and never aired. And then we did, 6, 7, 8 Dick Clark specials, his primetime rock things. Yeah.
And now you're in a tiki bar.
He made us play live at the Palladium once for one of his shows. He made us follow James Brown.
Okay.
And he said, well, yeah, it's a live audience, but James will have his audience. You've got your audience here. They'll move in. Our audience loved James Brown.
Yeah.
So they were up in front. We still had to follow James Brown.
Who wants to follow James Brown with anything?
No, I don't. I liked watching him, but I don't want to.
Yeah. X has been associated with Los Angeles forever. Well, mainly because of your record, Los
Yeah. And the song of the same name.
the song, too. Actually, you lived in Los Angeles. Do you have any memories of the tiki bars in Los Angeles?
No.
Not at all.
I didn't know that was a thing until tonight. I didn't know there were tiki bars.
Really?
Yeah.
So you missed the whole Trader Vic's thing?
I didn't know there was a thing.
Really?
No, at Trader Joe's.
It's a newer thing. Yeah.
I think I've heard of Trader Vic's, but I never knew what it was.
Yeah.
It was a bar?
It was like a fancy restaurant, but and also a bar.
No, I don't know.
That was punk rock time anyway, so it wasn't like you guys were hanging out in
If they
fancy
didn't
restaurants.
have live bands, I didn't know about it.
Ah, I see. There was a restaurant in Beverly Hills called the Luau, owned by a guy named Stephen Crane. Stephen Crane was married to Lana Turner, so he had this chain of restaurants, including the Luau.
Weren't a lot of people married to Lana Turner?
I wasn't.
Oh, okay, me either.
Oh, all right. So we got a couple things here from the Luau. They actually made these salt and pepper shakers.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think it's all right. But tonight, because you're Billy Zoom, and because it was a drink that was served at the Luau in Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, California, we're gonna make a drink called the Jet Pilot.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, me too. So for this drink, we are going to use
Look what I have.
lime, grapefruit,
Bitters.
Pernod, cinnamon syrup, light Puerto Rican rum, dark Jamaican rum,
Dark Jamaican rum.
falernum,
What?
151 Demerara rum.
Guyana.
So you never been to a tiki bar?
No.
That is mind-boggling. All right, well, do you want to make the drink? Let's make the drink.
Me?
Yeah,
No, you're the bartender.
well, we're gonna make it
Let's
together.
play with a knife.
Okay. Can you get that line back? Remember the line that you had? Are you done with this, by the way? Can we move this?
Well,
Mike,
I was having fun with that. Okay, you want this one or you want me to pick out a better one?
that's a good one.
That's a good one?
Okay, can you want to cut this thing in half?
I was kind of enjoying that drink and you took it away.
Well, I think it was empty.
Was it?
Yeah,
It was just starting to make noise with the straw. It wasn't empty.
gotcha. So for this drink, we're gonna make two separate drinks because the ice that you put in is really specific, the quantity of ice.
Plastic Chinese knife.
It's ceramic.
Is it ceramic?
Yeah.
It's Chinese.
Hmm.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's not. Okay, so for the Jet Pilot, we're gonna need half an ounce of lime juice per drink.
What are we doing?
Get your yellow thing there.
Yellow thing.
Uh-huh. Okay, and then put the lime in there.
In the coconut.
Yep, put the lime
This way?
upside down. Flip it over.
Flip it over.
Yeah.
So then it doesn't fit. It fits so nicely when it's curved
It's-
the same way as the.
And then you're gonna go into there.
Fine. I can do this. I can do tools.
Yeah, you can do tools.
Yeah, I'm good with tools.
He's also an amp repairman.
Yes.
And I have an amp inside that I'm trying to trick him into fixing.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Oh.
No problem.
That was easy.
Made nice things with that. Yeah. Want me to do the other one?
No, that's all we need. So it's gonna be half an ounce of, sorry, I should have told you I only need a half an ounce, but there's half an ounce there and a half an ounce there. So the reason why we're making two separate drinks is because the quantity of ice that you mix it with, the amount of water that you introduce into the drink matters.
Right. At home, I'd be drunk by now. I'd just have vodka and a glass.
I know, this whole tiki thing's it's really a big pain in the ass. Let me cut this thing in half.
Ceramic. That's very sharp. Cuts
Yeah,
well.
thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, we need to squeeze half an ounce into this thing. You wanna use your orange one there?
Is that what you want me to do?
Sure.
Okay. You want me to put it in upside down?
Yeah.
That's not going to fit.
Put the front in first.
This?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
In here?
Yep. That's good right there. Oh, now you're just showing off. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
I used to do a grapefruit juice diet back in the 70s.
All right, we're going to get onto the cinnamon syrup. So that was in the red.
CC cinnamon syrup. Do you know Cinnamon Cinder?
No, but I know Cinnamon Girl.
It's a very nice dance.
You know Cinnamon Girl? The Neil Young song?
Yeah, but I don't really like it.
I don't either. I like that song, though. You don't like that song?
I don't remember.
That doesn't matter. I want to live with a cinnamon girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, half an ounce per drink with the cinnamon syrup. And you can find a recipe for cinnamon syrup online. It's not too difficult. You just throw some cinnamon sticks into a pan and water and sugar.
Yeah, there you go.
Falernum. This is the falernum.
Yes, it is. Kind of spicy, huh?
All right, half an ounce per drink.
Is everything half ounce?
Not everything, but I feel like it's a recurring theme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna get into the rum now.
Rum.
The
Which
dark
one?
Jamaican rum. So,
This?
yeah, that one. Smell that one.
Pot still black.
It's a very fancy way of distilling the rum.
Is the pot still black? Yes, it is.
What do you think about corks?
No, it's not a real cork. It's plastic.
It's true. Fake cork. 1 ounce each of this stuff. So you want to pour that into there?
Where's an ounce?
1 ounce is on the right side. Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect. Can you imagine if you had a line of like 30 people waiting for a drink? Yeah, one more. You had
Yeah, they're on their own. I'm not there to make them happy.
All right. 1 ounce of dark Jamaican rum per cocktail.
I want some overproof.
Not
No.
yet. Let's do the light Puerto Rican rum.
Okay.
And Bacardi's, I think we got to open a new one.
No.
Bacardi's usually a rum that people
can't do this.
Bacardi's usually a rum that people are kind of freaked out about because it's kind of a cheap rum.
Is it?
Yeah. But Bacardi 8 is like the one mystery rum that's super good. See? Don't you love corks?
I like noises. How much?
3/4 of an ounce.
Does it really matter?
It does.
Might be a healthy 3/4.
Yeah, I'll just pour most of it. Okay, there's a little bit left over, so I think that'll put us. Yeah, tiki drinks are a weird thing. Like it comes down to drops and 1/4 of ounces.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. I know, huh? Now the overproof.
Yeah, that wasn't as good. How much?
3/4 again. Kind of a lot of booze in this, huh?
Yeah.
What's your favorite booze?
Vodka.
Vodka?
In a glass.
And just in glass?
Yeah, sometimes I put a squeeze an orange in it.
Oh,
Yeah, they're in season.
Is that what you drink before you go on stage? Vodka?
Oh, I never drink on stage.
Oh.
Do I, Mike?
We had a rule in the Hula Girls because once we started playing these tiki bars, you start drinking these drinks before you go on, and all of a sudden guitars get really hard to play.
Yeah, mine's like that anyway.
I think you figured out your guitar pretty well. Yeah, we only drink beer on stage because it's slower.
I've never seen the Hula Girls. I'm aware of them.
Thanks. 1 dash. Let me get these bottles out of your face
How
here.
much is a dash? You might have to handle that.
Okay, how about I do the first one and then you can do the second
Okay.
one. Okay, so there's your drink and then this will be my drink.
Okay.
So they say that a dash is that. Yeah. Good dash. 6 drops of Pernod. Is that it? 6 drops?
So 6 drops.
Okay.
I used to make gunpowder when I was a kid. I was about 14.
You used to make gunpowder?
Potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal, and you put a little bit of sugar in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Delicious.
Mhm.
Okay, and then the trick with this drink is that we need 4 ounces of ice. I have this thing.
You didn't tell me this was going to be so labor intensive.
We were talking about it. It's a real pain in the ass making tiki drinks. All the ingredients matter. So here's the thing, is it says to only mix it for about 5 seconds. Can you do your Hamilton Beach over there for 5 seconds?
Oh, sure, certainly. How do you do it? Oh, 1, 2, 3 alligators, 4 alligators, 5 alligators. I was in a band called the Alligators. Yeah, I learned how to count.
Were you really?
Wasn't everybody?
Tell us about opening up for Not Berry Farm with the fucking Everleys knocking each other out.
Oh, we weren't opening for them. We went down to see them,
Oh, I got you.
and they broke up.
Let's do this one and then we can talk about that.
2 alligators, 3 alligators, 4 alligators, 5 alligators. Very scientific.
Perfect.
We
so,
did open for Evil Knievel once, though.
who did X?
No,
The
the
Alligators.
alligators up on the strip at, well, it's Filthy McNasty's, which later became the Central, which later became the Viper Room.
Oh, the
yes.
Viper Room.
Yeah, but back when it was Filthy McNasty's,
Wait, what was Evil Knievel doing?
well, we played a set,
Yeah.
and then he rode a motorcycle up on stage and told everybody how many bones he'd broken,
Oh.
and then he got in a Ferrari convertible with a model and drove off. We had to play again.
Oh. I want that job.
Yeah, well, it was okay. You know,
Yeah.
we got paid, but
No, not your job. I want the Evil Knievel job.
yeah, well, yeah, but you have to break bones and stuff to get there. It's not really worth it, probably.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe you're right.
The Ferrari and the model's cool, but
Yeah, I like that part. So for this drink, I have some vintage glassware that we are going to. Here, since I'm putting my hands in this one, I'll have this one for myself. It's a vintage glassware that is atomic themed because
chopsticks.
Billy Zoom. No, those are
Because
straws.
I'm good with chopsticks.
Okay,
Use both hands.
we can pour our drink into the glass.
Mine too.
Yeah, yours.
Oh, nice glasses.
No, thank you.
Those like you?
No, these are 1950s.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, they're very nice.
Thanks. Okay, we are gonna fill these up with ice.
Oh, we already put ice in it.
I know, but with tiki drinks, you want as much ice as possible. Yeah.
Isn't that? Well, it seems like kind of. If you're trying to get a buzz, you don't put enough ice, isn't that kind of?
Wait, put your drink down. I'm afraid you're gonna start drinking it.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had Luxardo cherries?
No.
Oh.
I've had cherries. We had cherry trees in our backyard when I was a kid.
Oh. Well, Luxardo cherries are a delicious treat that almost nobody knows about, it seems like. Yeah, cocktail people know, but. Okay, so the way that they say to garnish this thing.
Oh, very specific spoon. Am I going to hit the wrong spoon there?
These are slippery little devils, aren't they? There you go.
All right, so we got the cherries in the drink. We have the straws. I think, there's one other thing. Cinnamon stick.
Cinnamon stick.
Yeah, and it's just...
that just balances on the edge?
Just to look fancy.
Okay.
So from the 1940s, 50s, somewhere in there, this is the Luau's Jet Pilot. Aloha.
Pretty sure my parents didn't drink these.
Oh, okay. Whew. That is a wild drink. A lot of cinnamon. It's well balanced, but
Can you eat these?
I wouldn't eat that.
Huh?
No.
You don't eat that?
No, God, don't eat that.
Why? I thought it was a cinnamon thing.
It's a cinnamon thing, but I don't think you can just eat a cinnamon stick.
Oh, so what's it for then?
Like to just look cool. Describe the cocktail to me, please.
Well, it's a lot harder than vodka.
Right, but it's kind of like there's a skunky kind of.
It kind of tastes like that. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that face. There's like kind of a like a skunky vibe to it, but cinnamon and.
Can I eat this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You sure? Oh, that's cherry flavored.
Yeah.
I think this drink is dissolving the lenses in my glasses. They're just getting gooey.
Usually about this time of the year, you guys would be playing at the observatory.
Maybe.
The Xmas thing. And for years and years, I remember watching you guys play, and there's something real special about X. I think there's so many.
They pay me.
There's so many diverse influences in that band that make it so special. I think with DJ being a jazz guy and you also being a jazz guy, but also coming to it from like a rockabilly kind of place also. And then John being a hippie or whatever John is, and then Exene being a...
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
And then Exene being a poet lady, like a poet lady.
Yeah.
It's a good combination. There were a lot of punk rock bands in that era that seemed so one-dimensional. Didn't you used to play in soul bands?
Yes.
Yeah. What was the soul band that you played in?
I played with Billy and the Codells in the Midwest, and I played with Art Wheeler and the Brothers Love, and I backed up Etta James and Johnny Guitar Watson and Johnny Taylor and
Wow.
Bobby Day. Did you know that Bobby Day was the Bobby from Bob and Earl that did Harlem Shuffle? I didn't. I just found that out recently.
Was there an electricity about the punk rock world in the late 70s and early 80s in Los Angeles? At the Mask and places like that?
I would say punk rock ended in the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys were at the Hong Kong Garden and the Mask. And
the Hong Kong Cafe.
Oh, Hong Kong
Club
Cafe.
88.
Yeah.
And the Mask, yeah.
Were there ever issues with, well, I know in the UK they had issues with people spitting on the musicians. Did that come to America?
There was a girl in Indianapolis, in some little club, who spit on me. After the set, she came up, she had this thick English accent because she'd just come back from 2 weeks in London.
Yeah.
From Indiana. She said, I just came back from England, and if we really like a band, that's what we do. We spit on them. And I
Thanks.
I had a cup of beer and I poured it on her head. I said, this is what we do in America. So she's an asshole.
More recently, like within the last 15 years or something, you've had people jump on stage and your buddy Mike has had to deal with them. Back in the day, back in smaller clubs, did you have people jumping on stage and did you have to battle people while you were playing?
Yeah. They'd break things. They'd break my guitar. They'd bang into mic stands and knock them into the singer's mouth. And,
chip teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
And you always played kind of expensive guitars, right?
Well, not at the time. I mean, that first Silver Jet, I was in $35, I think, for that, which is why I played it. It's like, Johnny Ramone had the $60 Mosrite.
Mm-hmm.
I had the $35 Gretsch because they weren't valuable at the time, but they were good guitars. They were like the only good guitars that you could buy for that cheap.
Yeah.
We didn't have money.
Did people think it was weird that you were playing such a sparkly guitar? Or was it kind of a cool thing? I have no...
No, I think it was super cool, but everybody assumed I did it. I'd never seen another one.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, nobody had ever seen a silver sparkle guitar.
Speaking of Johnny Ramone, I asked Arturo why Johnny ended up with a Mosrite, and I thought it was because maybe Johnny liked the Ventures. But was it just a cost thing, do you think?
I think so, yeah. I think he went into, what was that place in New York? Manhattan, do you remember? Like,
What?
that music store in Manhattan that was...
Famous place?
Yeah.
Not the Manhattan one. I don't know what one that was.
I don't remember. We went in there. I don't know. He said it was in there for $60, and it was like a brand name brand guitar.
Yeah. And you ended up becoming really good friends with Johnny Ramone.
Yeah.
So I've got several favorite guitar players, and in fact, where was that? That was the the Grammy Museum in LA.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were playing, and I took a photo of, I was shooting the band, and I took a photo of some lady yelling at Linda Ramone, it looked like.
Yes, that would be my wife.
I posted the photo and I said, why is this lady yelling at my favorite guitar player's wife?
They weren't. She was being funny. She was imitating somebody.
Yeah, no, I know. And you catch him off like, and then Billy on Facebook goes, that's my wife. Yes. And I was like, why is my favorite guitar player's wife yelling at my other favorite guitar player's wife? No, but Johnny Ramone has always been one of my favorite guitar players.
And mine too.
Every show, it looked like he wanted to kill his guitar.
He had there was an intensity there. I don't know if it was aimed at the guitar specifically, but... So
how did X get started?
I had read some bad reviews of the Ramones. They had played in I think the Roxy in '76, and I can't remember what paper it was, but the Rolling Stone or something. They were horrible. Songs were too fast and too simple, and not enough chords and no solos and dumb, So I kind of wanted to see him, and I was at the time working for a company that did pro audio gear. I was a tech. And we were putting a sound system in a place called the Golden Must Ballroom in Norwalk.
Okay.
Which is just south of LA. During the course of putting the system, I was out there every day for a couple of weeks up on a cherry picker, hanging speakers from the ceiling and stuff. And I got to know the people there. And they said, you ever want to come see any of our shows? I was, no. I said, who are you going to have here? And he showed me a schedule and had the Ramones. I said, oh, can I see the Ramones? So I think Van Halen opened for them.
It's so weird.
And I went, I'd seen Van Halen plenty of times, so I went late, so I just see the Ramones.
What year is this, do you think?
I think it was the beginning of '77.
Okay. Was Van Halen good at that time?
Yeah, they were always good, but I mean, they'd been around Hollywood for a while,
Right,
We used to play Gazzaris and stuff together.
Oh, right, yeah.
I saw them, it was a Saturday night, Saturday or Sunday. And I watched them and I watched the crowd. And Monday morning, I quit my day job with the electronics company and put an ad in the recycler for a bass to start a punk rock band. That's how it started. Several years later, when X was getting pretty popular, I was being interviewed by, it might have been Guitar World or one of those guitar magazine. He said something, he cut Johnny Ramone basically. He said, well, you can play, Johnny Ramone's just kind of.
Oh.
And I said, wait a minute. Johnny Ramone does what he does. He's got this concept. He sticks to it. I've never seen him. It's not easy to do. I've never seen him mess up. I don't know anybody who can play Ramone songs better than Johnny Ramone. I don't know if he can play jazz or classical.
But who cares?
I don't care. He's got this perfect concept.
Yeah.
And he does it. So anyway, then the next time we played in New York, we got to the hotel and there was a note at the desk saying Johnny Ramone would like to take you to lunch or dinner and hang out with you. Yeah, so that's how I got to know Johnny.
And was Johnny pretty cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I met Johnny and Linda. We had dinner, and then Johnny and I went back to his place, and he showed me his baseball collection, which meant absolutely nothing to me. They're round,
Yeah, who cares?
I don't know sports balls.
Yeah, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, I'd pretend like I was super interested. Like, wow,
you have a Dodger dog? I could eat one of those.
Wow, that's cool. I went to Brazil with Arturo Vega and Mickey Lee, Joey's brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I played Ramones songs, and I tried to do it just the way that Johnny did it, and it is exhausting.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's all downstrokes and the whole thing.
Playing the 16ths on the hi-hat is not easy for the drummer. We toured Brazil and South America with Pearl Jam, and I learned pretty quickly, if you just walk out on the stage and yell Ramones, the crowd will go nuts for about 5 minutes.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, South America loves the Ramones. Yeah. But the funny thing is,
Ramones, and everybody goes bananas.
The funny thing is that Johnny's guitar playing was seemingly so simple as far as it was just basically power chords, but
it was a concept, and he did it right.
But the stuff that you do is shockingly complex.
I can't think that simply. Yeah, I know.
But you make it look really easy.
Yeah.
And that was like the smiling thing, right? Like the
part of it, yeah. The Billy Zoom stance, and the smile was actually because early on we were trying to get some promo photos, and we hired a photographer to come take live photos of us when we played the Whiskey.
Oh yeah.
And he was out there in front of us, snapping pictures, and we got him back. He either cropped me out of all the pictures or cut my head off because I was so tall.
Oh.
So we made him come back, and the next time we played the Whiskey and reshoot. I would see him out the audience. Every time I saw him raise his camera, I would go and stand right next to Exene, and I'd put my legs wide apart so I'd be the same height as Exene.
Yeah.
And I'd smile for the camera.
And then forever, that was just your thing.
And I kept doing that just to get back at him.
Yeah.
And then later on, we went up, after the show, we went up in the dressing room, which we used to be in the front of the building with a window overlooking the intersection there of Sunset. And I saw little punker kids on the corner.
Standing like you?
And having a little contest to see who could do it. Somebody would stand like me and the other would go, no, it's like this. And they'd,
No way.
They were all trying to outdo the other one.
Yeah.
Standing like Billy Zoom. And I thought, oh, I should remember this.
Yeah. Maybe do that again.
That's an easy thing to do. I stand there and smile with my legs up, my feet apart.
Is there a favorite venue that you've played?
Oh, I have favorite venues. With X, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, the Whiskey was always good. I really miss Club 88 in the Hong Kong. Those were kind of special time periods, so it doesn't.
And the Hong Kong is right there in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love Chinatown because it's got this. It's like
that rural buildings that like faces inward on the plaza.
Yeah. I think it's painted pink now.
Here's the Hong Kong and here's Madame Wong's. And
right.
Every night, every time we played there, they'd do 2 shows and they'd clear the house. So the place would be packed when we got there. And there'd be a line all the way across Chinatown Plaza of punkers waiting to get in to see us. And then there'd be Madame Wong's with 11 people in there who were all in the industry. And she'd be at the window, peeping through the blinds with binoculars, counting people going into the Hong Kong. If they want one person over the limit, she'd call the fire marshal.
No way.
She hated punkers, and she wouldn't even let punks stand in front of her. If you pause too long in front of her club, she'd come, you go away, you go over there, you don't belong here, you go there.
So wait, there was one club that was like the hardcore club though, right? Like Black Flag and stuff would play there?
I don't know, Black Flag played Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go in, but I remember they're playing.
Yeah. Do you like Black Flag at all?
No.
Yeah.
I like Keith.
Yeah.
No, I don't get that kind of music.
You like Fear?
They were okay. They were kind of funny. Yeah.
They are kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like Lee Ving a lot.
Yeah.
He's a nice dude.
I liked Philo and Spit and Durf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there bands that you have toured with that you enjoyed hanging out with, like over the years?
Hanging out with. The best, my favorite opening act to watch was the Detroit Cobras.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're incredible.
I don't know if I'd want to hang out with them necessarily, but they were a wonderful band. I loved watching them every night.
They're great.
Hanging out with, I don't know. A lot of them are cool. I don't really hang out much.
Yeah. Even back in the day, you didn't?
No, not really. Well, locally in LA, I used to hang out with some of the bands like the Gears.
Yeah. You know who's in the tiki world now that came from that world? Tony Marsico from the Plugs.
Oh, I don't know him.
Was
he the guy that replaced Barry?
I don't know. He played bass in the Plugs.
He replaced Barry. I just remember Barry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Barry was the one that taught me how to stick a guitar pick on my forehead.
It's a good move.
Okay, here's a shirt.
No,
These are for sale at Billy Zoom at Big Cartel. And there's me doing my giant James Dean pose.
There's your stuff.
Here's a Hudson Hornet hat. And here's a Billy Zoom Germs Vespa shirt.
I love when people are like, I didn't know you were in the Germs. It's like, that's
DJ was.
He was.
Who?
There's a Vespa.
Yeah. That came out
I mean,
cool.
all that bothered me was the shirt's red and the Vespa isn't, but
Oh, yeah.
the shirt was actually blue. But
All right, well, folks, thank you so much for joining us on Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. I want to thank my buddy, Mr. Billy Zoom, from the legendary punk rock band X.
that's a nice shirt.
Thank you for joining us on the show, and we'll see you next time. Aloha.
Aloha. I'm sitting on my stool, by the way. This is how tall I am.
I know,
Okay.
but he's
Just
making
so
me
we know.
he's making me feel better because
Okay.
he's shockingly tall.
There's the moon.
Now you're clear.
Look at that moon. Oh, you know that song, Look at That Moon?
No.
Carl Perkins?
No.
It's a good one.
I know good night, moon.
Okay, so we got to go through this whole thing where you can you hold out a lemon or a lime?
You want this lime?
Not that one. Yeah.
Oh, here's a lime, yes.
There's
Thank
a
you.
whole
Thank
thing.
you, sir. Kind sir.
Grapefruit?
Eventually.
Thanks to the janitor for handing us the fruit.
Former guest, demoted to janitor.
Put it in the coconut, drink it all up.
Uh-huh.
Call me in the morning. I thought you wanted that.
Yeah, again, eventually, but we got to go through all the ingredients. It's a thing. Can you get the grapefruit there?
Okay, you going to just hand it back then? Here. Yes, here's a grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
Is this a grapefruit?
Grapefruit.
Is it pink or yellow?
It's a white
Pink
grapefruit.
one.
Grapefruit. Or give it to your manager there.
Here you go.
Okay, you can put that thing back.
This is Angostura aromatic bitters. Okay.
You just hold it out.
What is this? Pernod?
You didn't just put that up your nose, did you?
No, only a little bit.
Oh, all right.
Barely touched.
You want to smell it?
CC cinnamon syrup. CC.
Oh, sorry.
You splashed me.
I apologize.
Okay. I like cinnamon. You mix this with Coca-Cola and you get weird. You drink this with Coca-Cola and listen to the Andrews Sisters.
Can you hold that up?
Bacardi. This is rum.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Bacardi. No, this is a good
That's
one.
not even
It doesn't even
plain.
have a label.
Falernum.
Falernum?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then,
You gonna put all these together?
yeah,
It's not good to mix booze, is it?
it is good to mix rum.
Demerara River, product of Ghana.
Uh,
I had a tiki on
like a
a
necklace.
little rawhide thing once that I wanted a carnival, but it was bad luck, so I gave it to Slip, and it was bad luck for him, so he gave it to somebody else. And I can't remember, but everybody had bad luck when we finally buried it.
Oh, okay. I wonder if any of these are bad luck, because I have a lot.
No, but I still have cinnamon drops on my glasses.
Sorry.
Hi there. This is lime. This
Or so
is
you're told.
other lime. And this is some kind of bondage tool.